Today on the channel, we got a first time in the line action figure at the table. We got Todd's Mods. Yes, that Todd with Swamp Thing.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another McFarlane Toys unboxing and review. And today we got the first time, probably last time ever on the channel, as we're diving into Todd's Mods, the latest and greatest toy line from Todd McFarlane and McFarlane Toys with Swamp Thing. But for all your Todd's Mods needs and a whole lot more, hit up jaystoysandgames.com. Discount code Kyle. Save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. Yes, 15%. That's exactly what I did. I was over there, saw these come off of the truck there. If you guys saw on my channel a week ago or so, What Is Time, I did do a warehouse tour of the Jay's Toys and Games facility. They had a huge pile of stuff that came in. I said, you know what, I'm going to dive through this, swim through this, film some content. And I ended up seeing this over there on the table, and I wasn't going to buy this, and then caught me in a weak moment, so I did pick this one up here. We first saw these, I believe, at New York Comic Con, and I gotta tell you, maybe you were like me, but I thought these were gonna be a heck of a lot bigger than this. Later on, I knew they were gonna be small, but seeing them for the first time in person at jaystoysandgames.com, I said, holy cow, I can't believe how small these are. I said, I am totally out of this. Then I looked at it and I said, you know what? This wouldn't be a little bad thing for my desk, my work desk, where I spend so much of my day. I think if you're a hardcore action figure collector, you always have a couple of figures on your desk. Just almost like fidget toys is what it is. Kids using fidget spinners? Not really anymore, I don't think. At least not my kids. But it is almost something like that. You're just on a conference call, you're talking, you're just kind of playing with that as you go. Maybe you're like me, maybe you aren't. But I figured, you know what, I'll put this on my desk. That's what I'll do with this Swamp Thing here. So, not sure I'm all in on this line, but we're going to find out. We're going to check it out. We're going to do this video like we do all the other videos on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, see what's going on with Todd's Mods. I don't know if he's trying to go to the Funko variety. It's about the size of a Funko box, just a little bit different. Maybe that's the road they're trying to go down here. But it looks basically like a statue. I'm going to be very interested to see how this is out of the package. But you got the window box looking very nice right there. It does say DC Direct up top. Todd's Mods. Todd, I don't know. What do you think about this? It's very interesting. He put his name on the packaging here. Todd's Mods. Just right out there, right in your face with the Todd McFarlane branding. We're going to see how it works for you. I mean, they might only do 1 or 2 series of these, and it might be canceled. You never know what might happen. Todd, always a risk taker, though, as we do know, and it's always about constant learning, constant improvement. It's all about trying to find new ways into the marketplace. Nobody wants to be the MySpace, and maybe that's a bad example. Maybe it isn't. But if you just stay where you are and you don't progress, you don't change, guess what? Life passes you by. And unfortunately, the hard truth, it happens to all of us sometime in our life. There's going to be some new technology. There's going to be some new platform. There's going to be some new thing at work where you just can't catch on to it. You don't catch on for whatever reason, and people start passing you by. So it's always best to be constant learning, of course, as we know, or try your best to, of course. But looking good in the package, looks like what it looks like, I guess. Swamp Thing, black and white on the side, looking very cool. Swamp Thing, a little black and white once again over here. Now, I wouldn't be shocked, Todd McFarlane, are they going to have platinum editions of these? Oh, your toes can't talk? Oh, yeah, they sure can't. They kind of can, though. By now, I kind of can interpret your toes, almost like hand signals. Almost feels like you're trying to tell me something, but I have a feeling we're going to see a black and white one as a platinum. I wouldn't be shocked to see that, or a different color. Maybe an orange one, like that Planet Raw one. We could see that in the future. On the back, looking very cool. I love the looks of that one there. Swamp Thing looking very nice. Now, I've just dabbled in the comic books a little bit. I know my Swamp Thing from the TV series and, of course, the movies. Love me some Swamp Thing. I don't know. It just kind of gives me the crypto kind of feel to it, like Bigfoot or the Legend of Boggy Creek, things like that. Packaging, see you later. Goodbye. Like a young Larry Bird at the three-point line. That's what that one was. Man, I don't know. This is a rough sell, Todd McFarlane. It's a rough sell, but there he is, hanging out in the package. Only one twist tie on this guy, or clip tie, whatever you want to call him. You're going to pull that out, of course. You got to save all those. See you later. Goodbye. Now we get down to it. This could be the quickest review we've ever had. My goodness, there is nothing to this. So it is extremely light, a lot lighter than I thought it was going to be. Feels almost like squishy plastic. It's just one step beyond squishy plastic, so it's got some hardness to it, but you got a little bit of movement, a little bit of squeeze to it, but you have absolutely zero articulation. So this is not even an action figure. This is a desk display. I don't know. Maybe if you have the whole series, you have a bunch of different ones lined up, maybe it looks really cool, but to me, this really isn't that special. I hate to say it. I love Swamp Thing. I'm not going to dive much past this, but there's no articulation. There's no nothing. And then the proportions are crazy. This is Todd's Mods. Todd, okay, yeah? All right, I do. I see the head sculpt is very small. I was going to mention that, so thanks for getting ahead of me. But yes. So yeah, the head sculpt, very, very small here compared to the rest of the body. And you think that's how real people should look and all superheroes should look? They should have tiny heads and really, really big bodies? Yeah, there it is. So there's a future look into the DC multiverse and Spawn figures. I think you're going to see a lot more small heads and really, really big bodies. Okay, and Todd, do you have a small head? Not that head. What? Oh my gosh, Todd. I'm done with Todd for this one here. He's working blue from the couch here today with those toes, that's for sure. But what you see is truly what you get on this one. There's nothing going on. It reminds you of a Funko Pop without the head twist. I mean, that's what it kind of is. But a little bit more to it, obviously, than that. Very ornate, very good green color. You got some of the other colors, the yellows and browns mixed in with Swamp Thing. But I really don't like that really small head. That does irk me just a little bit there. Now, there's no hole in the foot for a stand. I'm assuming he'll stand by himself. There you go. Very dangerous, though, in that Bigfoot-like position. He's given that Bigfoot walk position. But man, not a ton of meat on the bone here. Now, I knew there was going to be limited meat. I just didn't know it would be this limited. But it is what it is. This doesn't break the bank, of course. I think it's like $13, something like that. But it is nice for a desk display. That's where I'm going to home this guy. He'll look nice just chilling on the desk, just hanging out. But this isn't a front piece. This isn't a centerpiece. And this is definitely not getting a shelf in my collection as far as the rest of the line. It is what it is. It's for a certain collector. It's probably not even for the action figure collectors. Maybe this is something good for a comic book collector that doesn't buy action figures, but just wants a little representation of a little figure because, let's be honest, it's little. It's not a big figure, a giant figure that's going to take up a lot of real estate. You live in an apartment, something like that. You want to represent Swamp Thing. There is a buyer for this somewhere. It's just probably not what I'm looking for, and maybe people that watch this channel what they are looking for. We're looking more for things like this, the big meaty Swamp Things. They glow in the dark, even like that. That's what we like. But there's a lot of different Swamp Things from Todd McFarlane. I hope we get more Swamp Things in the future. I would even like a smaller version of this Swamp Thing. I would like to see that because Swamp Thing's different sizes a lot of times as well. Doesn't always have to be the big giant mega figure. Would like something more traditional McFarlane scale and beefy, of course, though, as Swamp Thing should be. But good for what it is, just not something that sets my world on fire, but there's definitely going to be a market for this. It'll just be entertaining to see how long it sustains and how long and how deep it goes. But like we said at the beginning, you always got to take chances, try new lines, try to move the brand forward, and that's what they're trying to do with the Todd's Mods right now. And I believe they got, a Bane and a Batman as well, so there's a few other varieties if that is your thing. But there is the Swamp Thing, and that's as deep in the line as I'm going forward. So there it is. What are your guys' thoughts? Is this a pickup for you? Are you into Todd's Mods? Let me know in the comments down below. You made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bells. We got videos every single day, and then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over there on Patreon. Patreon, best way to support this YouTube channel and all the content it does bring. And let me tell you, there's a lot of content. You get both channels' early videos over there. You get the glamour shots for all the videos. You get a monthly Q&A. You get monthly giveaways. You get all kinds of fun stuff. So head over to the Patreon, support the channel. ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, and now on TikTok. So for Todd's Mod Swamp Thing, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.